one of the things with being a grid like this is that it's very tempting to have to kind of just float along. But I think it's really useful to have goals, and we grew quite a lot. So at the moment we've got about 29,000 regions on this grid. And everything's so all the grids measure it in the same way. So we measure it based on the number of second life sized regions. So if you've got a 4x4, that's 16 second life regions basically. So we have right now, give you some stats, bring it up right now. We have 28,528 second life region equivalents in size. The goal is to get to 100,000, and they're going to be joined together. Can you imagine being in a world that has 100,000 second life regions joined together, where you could sail and explore, and the map would be absolutely gigantic? And you know, the creativity that's going on, the oceans, you know, even now people get lost. It's very easy to get lost even with the map, you know. So the goal is to get to 100,000 SL size regions and 100,000 users. Now we've actually got the server infrastructure in place now to build towards that. So we haven't got enough servers yet, but obviously it's all about selling land. So if we sell land, which is the way this grid actually supports itself, then we buy more servers. That's basically how it works. Daya loves it because we buy more servers, and Daya enjoys it because she gets more sales and servers to manage. So, and because it's now in what we call a high availability cluster, it means that if something goes down, it just starts up on another server. So we've got the resources, we're in place, we've got the tech in place. We just need to build now, and to get to that sort of level. Um, I had a lovely time with Third Rock Grid last night, talking about our grid and seeing whether maybe they they would be interested in coming over and joining us. Um, uh, Roddy has already joined us with Great Canadian Cabin. So Great Canadian Grid is already here. So there are other grids who maybe think, well, I don't want to be a grid in my own right anymore. I'm going to come and join Wolf Grid. But it's really important to us that people choose the right thing and that they retain the community that they've built. So there's like a whole area, you know, Wolf Territories will take over the world. Evil laugh. Yes, thank you, Illusions. That's not the goal. The goal is to find people the right grid. I mean, sometimes Wolf Territories isn't the right grid for people. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes they'd be better on a different grid, and that's fine. And I've had people before go, I'm renting a region, but I've decided to leave and go with another grid because all my friends are there or whatever. That's fine. That's, you know, we're not here. Yeah, we're not here. I know some grids go all a bit funny, but we're not here to do that. We're here to give people the best service we can and the best, um, you know, the best experience we can. And we're not going to do that if we just, you know, make people feel bad if they leave. So we do the opposite of that, which is just to help people and encourage people the best we can. As you know, a lot of you know, I get involved with helping other grids as well. In fact, I was solving an issue with Avi Worlds the other night. Um, you know, and that's cool. So sometimes we brought grids back from the grid dead because we want to share our skills and just really grow, rather than I just think it's just not helpful, you know. So yeah, that's good. That's enough of that. A great resource for grids that are closing down. So basically, please be really welcoming to. Um, if we get new people from other grids who want to move here, that's cool. If people just want to visit, that's cool as well. And I know the Peacekeepers do an amazing job welcoming people. So, so that you know, people come and explore and stay for a bit if they want to, or maybe not. That's fine. So yeah, so cool. That's enough of me waffling now. I have got really tired hands after last night because I had to do it all in chat. It was hilarious. Poor old Lone. Poor old Lone. Anyway, let's just zoom out. Okay. Um, the Welcome area, the Welcome Mountain area, is kind of in a bit of a funny state. Um, Luna Lunaria built us the most beautiful building. So the idea is that we've got a lot of signs around at the moment. It's a bit of a mess, in terms of the signs. We love the signs, but they're a bit sort of, it's like a hodgepodge of signs and things like that. So the idea is we were going to take those signs down and put them in the new building or do something in the new building, but it kind of, I haven't quite, I can't work out what to do with it, and what's the best way of doing it. There's two types of people we want to address when they come to our new welcome region. One is people who are completely new and have no idea what's going on. Probably three types. People from Second Life or other grids who know what to do, but don't know what to do about it. And then people who are on this grid who just want to explore and find somewhere to go. So we've got these beautiful buildings, and we kind of need to, if you see what I mean, we kind of need to work out what we're going to do and how we're going to play this. So that's where I've got with that. So rather than have a huge discussion, what I want to say is if there's any volunteers who've got any ideas, we could have, we could try and work out like zones, I think, where we could have different things to encourage people to, like, brand new people who don't know anything, come here. People who, if you know something, I suppose. Yeah. So what I'd say is, Trinity, definitely, you can definitely lend me decorating skills again. But I think we do need to do something with all the signs, because it's a bit confusing. There's just signs. So what we need to do is more targeted stuff. So, okay, cool. Good. So this is up for discussion. Okay. But we do need to do something, because it's been sitting there for a while. Go on, Illusions.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
You mentioned zones.
Yeah.
Well, what would happen is, because obviously you've got different areas. You've got like the education side, you've got venues, and you've got, I appreciate you've got the Stargate, haven't you, at the moment?
That's right, yeah. Our Stargate system has been really cool.
Because I get that.
So when people come along and go, I want to find this, I just go to the Stargate, go click, 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 walk through that.
Yeah. What I was thinking of is, if you mentioned about these zones, so you could have something like a red zone or blue zone or green zone, and this will be, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. That was my thought process.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, actually. In the UK, we have some huge hospitals, you probably do where you live, around the world, and they have, like, striped areas that do you know what I mean? They have stripy areas. So we have, like, a red line. You follow the red line, and that takes you through for this. You follow the green line, and that takes you to this. So maybe we could do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Anyway, back to you.
Good, thank you. Yeah, thank you. So if anyone's got any ideas or anything like that, please come and see me, because we need to make a decision this week. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a standardized sign as well. So if you want to put your sign at Wolf Territories grid on the mountain, yeah, I think the lines is the way to do it. Like an explore line, follow this line. Follow this line. Yeah, I think that kind of works. Hi, Georgina. So good. That's a good solution. So don't be upset with me when your signs disappear, but we will be sending you a new type of sign that's standardized, so they all look the same. Okay, and if you'd like to have a sign at welcome, please get in touch. We'll be working on that in the next couple of weeks, I guess. The goal is that by the next community meeting, we'll have the welcome area pretty much sorted out. So let's see what's next. Okay, so I wanted to leave a lot of time for Q&A. I know that there's been a lot going on the grid at the moment. So what I'd like you to do, they did some really cool stuff with their questions and answers at Third Rock Grid last night. I was really impressed with it, because we tend to have like a free-for-all. So if you have a question or a comment, please type hand up first. Okay, and then that's it. There you go. Illusions, you're first. Okay, so you can do this on voice, or you can just type it.
Okay, so obviously we've got quite a lot of stuff going on. First thing I just want to mention is I'm going to be opening Tropical Illusions back up once a month again. So I'll be having events again there, of which Lady will be doing some DJing as well, but I'll also be popping on my own music as well. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I want to obviously welcome all the new members. Those who don't know me, I'm one of the admins, although technically I don't deal with the tech side of things. I deal more with the people side of things. So if you ever have something you want to speak to me about on a personal note, by all means you can do. That's what I'm here for. And the other thing is, as well, as what I was going to mention to you, Lone, questions wise, is what is going to happen next? Obviously, if say Fed Rock, I meant to ask you about this actually earlier when we had that call, but I forgot. With Fed Rock Grid, what would happen if, say, they came across and would they have to put all the inventory into a box, or would they have to?
So, excellent question. Let's talk about that. So we will have a server to load inventory files. Okay, it's going to be built early this week because the problem with loading IAR files is that they hammer the servers. Okay, don't worry, it'll all come back. Hello. It should be okay. So
There you go.
so there I go. I am breaking up. I'm on this terrible Starlink internet. I do apologise. When the satellites move, we kind of lose it. Okay, so answer the question. Inventory files, bringing grids across. As more grids are come across, we're taking it very seriously. We're building a new server that will load IAR files if people want to load inventory files. Obviously, we've already got the OR file thing you can load yourself, but we will guide and nurture people through that in whatever format they want. So that's the we'll just basically be around to help and make it all happen in one way or another.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep. And that's the same for anybody who wants to join the grid, regardless of where they're coming from. Prim, a lovely welcome to you from Third Rock. What's YouTube? Use of voice. Will we integrate well with the work? Okay, use of voice is choice, really, and that's what you've got in this grid. We just choose to use voice. You don't have to use voice. Yeah, because when people buy land on this grid and when they have land on this grid, it's your land, so you do what you like with it. You run it how you like. Do you know what I mean? Rather than, I know a lot of grids can be quite dominating and say you must do this or you must do that. We don't do that at all. We're here to help you, facilitate, don't dominate. We facilitate whatever you want to do. So if you want to have all your regions with no voice on them, that's cool with us. It's just the way we run community meetings. Thank you. If you want to friend me, hand up. Trinity. Okay, so ORs you can load yourself already. IARs, initially we will do it because we're going to be testing the new server, so we can't just release it. Eventually you'll be able to upload and download it yourself. Okay, so again, with this grid, our goal is not so that you rely on us every time you want to breathe. So we generally will build something, we test it with a few users. When we're happy with it, we then roll it out to everybody. So yeah, that's the long and the short of that. There we go. Thank you for the friendships everybody's offering me. Very kind. Oh, another one. Good. Okay, good. That's a good question. Okay, any more questions? Hand raised. Tay, lovely Tay with her amazing podcast, which I like listening to. In fact, I was listening to it earlier.
It's not really a question, it's more of a comment that this month is Autism Awareness Month.
Yes.
If anybody wants to know more information about it, get either with Wolf or myself. We will explain it to you in more detail. There are different types of autism, and a lot of people really don't understand what autism really is. If y'all want to check out my podcast where I do discuss it more in detail, it is called the Fetcher Catcher Podcast, where you can find it on Spotify and also on Apple Podcasts.
Hang on, I'm just going to bring it up to Catcher Podcast. And here it is. It's coming. Good. Okay, so that yes, thanks Tay. Yeah, and I will say that I have autism as well. So and there are a few autistic people on the grid, and so that's really good. And we've got a charity we're involved with, which helps people with disabilities or other abilities. Hi, Luna. Other abilities to access virtual worlds. So that's cool. That's lovely. So please do get in touch if you want to talk about autism or anything like that. That's the Factor Catcher podcast. You could, if you Google it, it comes up pretty much near the top. I think it is the top. And have a listen. There is an interview with me there as well, which is very exciting. So Trinity, hand up. This is more about primitives, concerned about voice. I do not voice. I do hear it, and that's absolutely fine. And we have people who have hearing issues, so we have to respect that, and we try and cater for everybody who's on the grid. So if you need us to type all this stuff, that's cool. So yeah, DJ Illusions raise his hand again.
Okay, so obviously you've got something for if people can't hear. Is there something where if maybe somebody's blind, then is there something that can be incorporated into that?
If people have, I can't. What's the name of it? Hang on a second. Yes, is the answer to that. There is research going on at the moment, and we're involved in it. wolfgrid.com/education. Education. I'm just going to bring it up. Right, so I'm just going to bring it up now. This is our education page on the website, and there's a group called Virtual Ability, and we're working. There's lots of really interesting videos on their site, which I'm just bringing up. And this group we're involved with, they've got land on our grid, and basically sign up, volunteer. I think I'm probably lagging a little bit. This internet connection is really bad. So Virtual Ability, they're on. If you go to the website and look up education, they're actually involved with this sort of thing.
Yeah. Right, cool. Okay, then just while you're on there, sorry, I'm butting in again. But just while you're on the education site, guys, we actually have someone who is here who is very well versed with education. That's Zen and Dara. Yeah. So if you have any questions, please speak to her.
Will that do it? I think I've got the wrong... Okay, right, so... Good. Okay, so... it will be recorded. There's the Virtual Ability website. It is being recorded. So, yes, this is the group that's been... They've come from Second Life, like a lot of people do, and a lot of groups do. So, yeah. Okay, good. Good. Next question or comment. Is it possible to use voice to text software during the meeting? Yes, we already do that with the University of Texas. They're using Dragon Simply Speaking, I think. So yeah, if people want to it transcribed live, we can do that. And we're very, very happy to do that. As long as I haven't had a meeting with Third Rock the night before and my fingers are dead. Right, so Kendra. No problems, Prim.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. You sound very lovely.
Hi, Lone.
Hi.
I'm new to Wolf territory, and I'm very excited to be here. I have a couple of issues that I've been experiencing. One is, and I don't know if this is something that is just a part of life here. I'm from Second Life,
Okay.
or if this is something that can be resolved in the future.
Yeah.
But when I TP home, or I've set my house as home, I land on my roof.
Right. Okay. So yeah, what you need to do is, I don't know. So have a chat with whoever you're. So have you bought your own region, or are you renting from someone else?
Um, I guess, renting from someone else.
Okay. So on your parcel, get them to go into land and set the teleport point to land inside the house.
Okay.
Yes.
And then oh, I'm sorry. Go
So
ahead.
yeah. So yeah. So if you get that issue, you can force the teleport to land on inside rather than on your roof. Although you do get very nice views from the roof.
And
Ah,
then the other issue is I'm online, but people don't see me online.
right, right, okay. That's normally when they're on other grids, and it depends on the version of OpenSim that they're on, and it's that is something that is just a thing, because there's lots of different versions of OpenSim server software, and lots of different networking, and some of the things don't talk properly. So sometimes they say they're online when they're not, and yeah. So yes, so that is part of life. If you're here, within Wolf territories, people should actually show on online and offline. Sometimes if people's viewer crashed, then they don't log out properly, so the grid shows that they're online when they're actually not. That happens sometimes, I suppose. So yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it is a
It's
slightly different
happened
one.
with Wolf Territory people.
Yeah,
People on this grid. It
yeah,
happened this morning. Anyway, all right, thank you.
yeah, it is a thing.
Okay.
Okay, next question. Something else. It does, yeah, yeah. It is all. We actually work with the developers of OpenSim, the OpenSim NGC version. So I know it is in the bug list somewhere. There is a look. There's quite a big bug list. That's how we're gradually getting through it. I'm adding things to it as fast as we do it. Wolffest, we will be announcing things with that. If you'd like to get involved with Wolffest, please see Luna Stormfeather, and she'll give you a place to live. A place to live, not a place to live, a place to put your stuff up. A place to put your stuff up. That's terrible. She'll give you an exhibition stand. Yeah, it it does happen. It's a thing with OpenSim. Yeah, we'll start promoting Wolffest this month. We just need to plan it a bit. I guess that'll be the admins doing that. Indigo, hand up.
Hands up. Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
I just
Hi.
wanted to hi. I always gotta do something dramatic.
If anyone wants to
I
drama,
have
just go see Indigo.
yeah, I always gotta do something dramatic. I'm an actress in real life. What do you want? Okay, so if anyone is new and you need a place to set your home, or you need an apartment temporarily, I have furnished apartments available for 10 days for new residents in Wolf Territory. So if you just need a place like to change your clothes, to get yourself together because you don't know where you want to stay, or you didn't decide if you're going to buy land or anything like that, I have places for you to just have a soft place to land in Indigo Blue Room. So I just wanted to put that out there. That's it.
Thank
That's
you.
it. That's all.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Indigo is the place to be for real. That's true. So yeah.
Oh,
There
wait a
are.
minute.
Oh,
One more
wait a
thing.
minute.
This person that just said that, her name is Tisa Rare Diamond. She has a really
Hi, Tisa.
she has a huge club in SL, and she's now here
Oh,
on
cool.
like she's one of the bigger major clubs in
Oh,
in
amazing.
SL. So now
Amazing.
she's here on Wolf
Hi,
Territories.
everybody. Nice
She'll be
meeting
bringing her
everyone.
stuff. She'll be bringing her people, her thousands of people, and her stuff.
Oh, that's
So I
lovely.
am.
Oh, welcome. That's
Yep.
really exciting stuff. So don't forget, you can use the events thing to promote. If you'd like to have a chat about anything, please get in touch. We're always glad to help. That's really exciting stuff. So maybe if you want to, so the other thing, folks, is if you've got news about your regions or things that you're doing, you can, in this section of the community meeting, you can talk about them. We've not done that before. We should do that. So
Yeah,
it's
I
not
agree.
just about, yeah, it's not just about questions and answers and Lone answering the same boring questions about why is my hair on the wrong way round. Yeah, Xenon definitely can share some. My nose isn't working. Xenon is going to share something beautiful about the education side. And Wolf Tech. Right now. You're on.
I'm. Can y'all hear me? I was
Yeah,
getting my
yeah.
voice on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have been, just so you guys know, I do work full time for university, and that's not an excuse. It's just a reality. But we have been working diligently. I'm just so privileged to have a group of friends who are like the most talented people ever, and we have been working diligently. And on the 10th, which is a couple of days from now, the Virtual World Education Consortium is going to be bringing in, and I'm going to get the name wrong, but you guys will know who I'm talking about. The one of the American associations or college libraries is coming in with them. We're going to do the first tour of VWEC. I'm going to type that out because, you know, I'm Southern, and so sometimes it's hard to understand me. If you guys are interested in virtual world education of any kind, please join the group. We're going to start having quarterly meetings. I will be announcing when the first one is. Now, the other thing we're doing is, I think some of you saw, and we talked about it last time, we have a group we created to support our efforts at large, like with VWEC, called Wolf Tech, Wolf Territories Education Community. And right now, it's going to be 2 regions, and we are working on finishing up those 2 regions to port over there. When we do, we'll have like a nice soft opening. It is going to be glorious. Tessa has just torn it up. We're kind of saving it as a big surprise. So on that note, on the 14th, I'm going to have my own segment on Mal Burns about the things that I'm working on. And I have like 4 or 5 other regions that we're going to be launching at that time that are finally ready. And everything is around inspiring learning spaces. And it actually fits into a specific teaching model. And that's kind of where we're going with this. So I'm also talking to Lone. We're looking at a couple of AI-driven tools that would help people with their facilitation in their meetings when they're having learning meetings. Whether or not about, this is not so much, it doesn't preclude or exclude, but it's not so much about traditional teaching at all. It's about facilitating those conversations, although we will have teaching going on. So again, we have the Wolf Tech group, and you guys, gosh, I hope you just jump all over it. I'm really excited about what's happening. So anyway, that's what's going on, and that's all I have.
Thank you so much, Xenon. So get in touch with Xenon Darrow about education. We've got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of exciting projects to do with climate change and everything like that. So Wolf Tech has got 2 regions. It's really exciting. This is really serious stuff, folks. And you know, the real attraction of it is that we can provide resource for universities and educational organizations at a fraction of the cost, and sometimes we even sponsor the regions for them to really help bring education into virtual worlds, because especially with our new streaming system, we've got so many facilities and so many resources. So yeah, have a chat with Xenon if you're involved in education in any way, and you can explore, or me, and we can explore. Definitely chat with Xenon. Don't talk to me about it. We can explore the whole education thing. Good. I stop following.
Just want to I just mentioned there about Bobby to the new people who've just come. Now with Bobby, he's you can actually get Bobby from the Welcome Centre. You can't get from the Welcome Centre, can you, Lon?
Yes. Yeah. So in the region owners pack, you'll find a whole bunch of stuff. It's best to own a region because you get access to a lot of the stuff, but some of the stuff actually only runs on our grid because there's tech things like Bobby actually needs the region to be configured in a certain way. If you want to try Bobby out, just tootle over to Welcome Mountain and type Bobby hello.
Yeah, and the other thing is on that as well, let's let Lauren have a breath of fresh air there a bit. With Bobby as well, he isn't just valid for the grid. If you wanted to ask him something about the grid, you can actually ask Bobby for something completely unique. So, say for example, Bobby, make me a strawberry cheesecake or something like that. He would tell you exactly how to make that strawberry cheesecake. Or say, Bobby, can you tell me where the nearest supermarket is? And he would tell you where the supermarket is.
Yeah,
he's that clever.
He does know a lot. He'll write scripts as well. You can say, Bobby, write me a script to bounce a ball, for instance, and he'll write you a script that you can put in an object, and most of the time it works. And also you can ask him to translate things into other languages. So you can ask him to write a poem about cheese, and then double lane road trips. I know. Yeah, I've look up if you need roads. I've got a region called Lone Wolf's Road Store or something like that. It's just a region full of huge roads. So there's loads of them there that I need to get on the old. I need to put it on the Stargate, but I've just been busy with servers. So, Indigo, far away.
Okay, I just wanted to state that in your account on Wolf Territories, wolf-grid.com, if you log in, click on the merchant, store, right? So there are items that are listed in people who have placed items listed there. You'll find different items that are listed, and you can TP over to the person's store. If you're looking for the road kits, Lone has a road store. So if you click on, if you scroll down within that section, you'll be able to see all of the items or TP right over to the road store. So people who have items that they have built or created have put them in their stores on this website that we have. So it's items actually listed. So if you're, looking for something specific, you may be able to find it here before, if you just look there. And I just want to say to everyone, please add your items in there. If you're a creator or are you building something, please add your items in there so we can find you and, TP on over to your place and buy your stuff. That's it.
Thanks, Indigo. Yeah, so there is a scanner as well. So if you've got a region with a shop on it, you can actually log into the control panel. In fact, I've brought up the marketplace there. You can use the scanner. It will scan your region for items on your region that are for sale, and then it'll automatically add them to the database. So you just have to go and fill in the blanks, so to speak. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So yeah, that's cool. DJ Illusions, again, I'm going to start charging you for questions.
I know. I should just put my mic on constantly, shouldn't I? Also, guys, we have maybe you probably don't know this, but we actually have our own. Is that, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Lauren? Is it a vicar, Stevie? Is it a vicar? Reverend? We have
a chaplain.
Yeah. Yeah.
In real life.
So if you've got.
Yeah, she's actually a bishop in real life.
Yeah. So if you want to get married, or you want to go to church or something like that, then please speak to Stevie.
And just to add, we welcome all faiths here, of course. So whatever faith you are, that's cool.
Yeah, of course.
And my attitude, and I hope this is everyone's. I love learning more and more about different faiths and different ideals. And so if someone builds a mosque, I'm going to be going and exploring it. The same thing. And so, yeah, that's a great platform. I think it's really important that we use this platform to examine diversity and maybe meet people who experience life in a different way to us and learn from them, right? You know, there's one race, the human race. So the more that we can build. Another thing that Luna Lunaria has to finish. You know, we as a grid, that's one of our ethoses, if you like, is Luna finishing things. No, it's not. It's just the acceptance of everybody. You know, it's like we had. Do you remember that? We had an event when we were a few years ago, when we weren't. You know, we didn't get that many people to our events, and we had an event, and a furry, because I'm a furry, obviously, because I can't cope with human avatars. That's another long story. We invite a furry landed and said, "Is it okay for me to be here?" We're like, "Yeah." That was followed by 25 more. You know, so it's just that being welcoming, being, you know, that's where we want to be. We might not understand
Yeah,
other people, we
totally.
might not agree with them. We're different from each other, and that's cool. We celebrate that on this grid. Good.
Just one other thing you briefly mentioned to us on the. You said somebody came over who's got a club who's really big on Second Life. What was that name? Sorry, was it Cesar? Was it?
Yes, she's sitting right up
Yes.
front. Go ahead, T.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's me.
All right. That's cool. I'm
Behind you.
heavily involved with the entertainment side of things. So if you ever need things like to find out about DJ boards and things like that, I don't know if it's the same as Second Life. It probably isn't the way it's set up. But please speak to me.
I sure
And,
did.
Yeah, get it set up.
Since I had my hand up too, since I got the mic right now, because what I'm trying to do is do an MC club motorcycle, and I think
wow.
Wolf, you did direct me towards some tracks, but those tracks are not good for like setting up a whole thing for MC club, because they will fall off those tracks. Is there any
Yeah, yeah.
way we could get better tracks? How would we go about doing it? I contacted someone in SL that I use those tracks in SL, and I told them, how could I tell them to go about? See, I don't know if I should say this, but paying them in SL, because I know if they bring anything here, it's got to
Yeah.
be free.
Well, no, it hasn't. I mean, one of the things that I've done in the past is actually I found something on SL I like, and I've gone to the person and said, I need this on my grid. I will
Okay.
pay you double what you're selling it for if you bring it.
Okay, that's what I
I've
opened
done
up
that.
to
There's nothing
them
wrong
when
with
I
that,
wasn't
because
paying them
as long as
double,
they haven't stolen it from OpenSim and taken it over there. Anyway, so
so they can like upload it. I mean, bring it here in OpenSim
yeah, of course,
and
course.
and
But
sell it. It doesn't have to be free,
No,
right?
absolutely
On their
not.
part?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know, you can actually set up a store and sell things here. There's absolutely no problem doing that.
But you have to
Absolutely.
build it here. You can't. But
You
what if
can't-
you
yeah.
create things in SL? You can't bring it over.
Second Life
And
is
sell it?
it's a closed environment, so you can't actually physically take things out of Second Life and bring them here. But
Right.
if you've created mesh in Second Life, you can use you can. So you can actually save stuff out of Second Life using Firestorm and then bring it in here,
That's right.
provided you
Okay.
have all the rights to do it, provided you own everything.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that somewhere.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you can do it, but obviously you have to have the rights to do it. So it has to
Right.
be your stuff. Yeah.
And they charge to upload it like they do in Second Life, Mesh
don't.
and stuff.
No, we don't charge
Ooh.
anything. So the only thing we charge for on this grid is wolf snacks and renting land. That's the only
Right,
thing
right.
we charge for. Okay, we don't charge for uploads. We don't charge you $100 if you want to change your region name. You can just go and do it in the control panel, because they're
That's
not-
right. And Indigo was telling me all that. Yeah.
Exactly. We don't
good.
actually. The thing is that it has no server cost to us. You uploading a file, it has no server cost. You changing the
Right,
name
because
of your
I
region
uploaded a
has no server cost.
texture and saw. Right, because I uploaded a texture and saw it was Zero Lindens. I said, "Wow, okay,
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
yeah."
All uploads are free. Because why? Because it discourages creativity if you charge people to be creative.
That's right.
It's not what we're here for. The only thing we charge for is land, and because land is what pays for the servers, and our servers cost a lot of bucks. You know, This last month, we had to pay for 2 clusters at once, so twice the normal money we pay for our servers. It was really worth it. It was so worth it, because we want to give you the very best service you can have. We want to, this is about being a premium service. So we are building an enterprise system. So we're building a system where we can lose 2 or 3 servers or 5 servers, and everything just carries on, So, so we're here to encourage creativity rather than to charge for it. I just think that's really bad. I'm sorry, I do. So, And our regions, actually, if somebody asked me the other day how much for so many regions, and then when I quoted them, but if they bought them in, it was like $500 a month. But if they bought that in Second Life, it would be over 100,000 a month. So and don't forget, of course, we have our tidal system as well. So the water here goes up and down. You can turn it off in your control panel if you don't want it to go up and down. And we will have an area of the grid where there won't be any tide, okay, at some point in the future. So people who just want the water always to be at 20 meters, there'll be a space where you could be with your regions to deal with that. And I'll have some weird waterfally system to cope with the jump between the tidal and the non-tidal. So the region control panel, for those of you who've not got regions for yourself, I'll just log in here. Region manager. Next time I have a community meeting, I'm going to go to the flipping go to the office where we've actually got some reliable internet. We don't have the 100-meter deep water thing, because you have to change the whole thing. Let's pick one. Okay, so I'm just logging into the control panel now. Here we go. So this is when I get there. So this is the region control panel, and you can see we've got some things down the left. We've got things like you can view the console, you can restart the region, you can update the map, download your OR file, backup. So if you're going to do an OR file, you hit backup first, and then you wait a while and download it. We're not sure. We think there might be an issue with this, but we're not sure. Clear cache clears the region cache, not your cache. API key, there's a video about how that actually works. You can monitor your region. We've got our terrain generator. So for instance, if I don't like that terrain, I can regenerate. I won't apply it to the region because I'm streaming. It's going quite slowly for my silly browser. I'm on this Starlink internet that's supposed to be fantastic, but it's really not as good as all that. So so basically it'll just regenerate a new terrain. That's a completely random terrain. You can upload your own terrains. The beauty of the upload terrain thing is on Windows, you can't. So on Windows, you can't use PNG files to upload. You have to use RAW files, and if you haven't got Photoshop, that's a bit of a problem. So you can use PNG files. You can split the terrain into 16 equal sections. You can change your region name. You can choose what currency you've got on the region, what physics engine. You can choose whether it's a heavy or light region. You can choose the chat distance. So if you've got a club, you might want a bigger chat distance. You can have choose all 3 or 4 different types of map options. You can show region in the top 10 link on the welcome. So if you've got a private region, you don't want people coming, you basically just set that to don't show. You can set the default landing point, and you can say whether the region's tied. There's just loads and loads of functionality on the control panel. And it's all part of just, if you buy a region, it's there. If you rent a region from us, there you go. Sorry, I've got into a bit of excitement. New girl, Tsar, off you go. I hope I got your name right.
Tisa.
Tisa. Oh, that's a lovely name.
Tisa. Yeah.
Okay.
If you move a region, all the objects on there are lost.
No.
Like say you started building and now you move the region.
Okay, no, it all goes with it. So if you there's 2 ways to move a region. So if you want to physically move a region from one place to another on the grid, okay, we can do that. And when you buy your region, the grid will just make it real quick so you can get on with it. If you'd like to move it, you just tell us where you want to go, and we will go ahead and move it for you. It takes about 30 seconds because we have to bring the region down and bring it back up again in the new place.
Right.
And all your stuff will still be there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. We can move you around 3 times a week if you like.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because no,
Okay, thank you.
It is a thing that we want. So when you buy the region, we want to deliver it now. We don't want you to wait till some tech gets up in the morning to run a script. Do you know what I mean? So we want to give you a region, get on with it, use it, everything like that, and we'll just go ahead and move it for you when you're ready.
And then there's different landing points at that point, right? Like say you save your home,
Yeah. It won't make
and
any
then you
difference.
move the region. Oh, okay.
Doesn't make any difference. Everything.
It's
So
just
basically,
numbers
the
in the
actual region
background.
is. Just grabbing a drink. So everything on the region is in the right place, and when we move the region, it's still in the right place. So it's all fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, I had my region moved, and everything stays the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Landmarks don't change. Nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Except the scenery is different when you look out from the side of the grid.
Right.
There wasn't a mountain there before. And that's the other thing is if you're next to an ocean region and you want it to be just ocean, just shout. If you want us to put a mountain up, we can do that with our terrain generator. That's no problem at all. So,
Oh, wow.
because the ocean regions are public, they're public water regions basically. So, you know, we're happy to put whatever you like. And some water regions you'll find have got like big wind farm. There's a wind farm or two across the grid, different places. Okay. Right, any more questions or comments? We've managed a whole hour. It's so funny how these meetings always tend to finish on the hour, regardless. Right, okay. Prim, do you have a question? Oh, no problems. And please friend me, please talk to me, talk to DJ Illusions, talk to Lunar Stormfeather, talk to the Peacekeepers. We're all here to just help you really get the best out of the grid. Thank you so much, everybody. You're very kind. Oh, look at the hearts. Yes, thank you, Savannah. Except, very happy to be friends with anybody if you want to friend me. Another great meeting. I'll stop the recording now then. Stop the recording.